WrestleMania review and tier list. Now, before we get into the actual reviews and tier lists, here's something. This tier list is isolated based only on the WrestleMania matches of WrestleMania 41 that just happened. We are not going to compare these matches to great matches of the past and put them on the same level and, well, let's say WrestleMania 25, Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels. That's one of the best matches ever. We're not going to compare the matches from last night or the day before that to that match and then say, oh, the entire card was garbage. No, this tier is isolated. It's only WrestleMania 41 and how those matches stack up to each other. That is it. And after that disclaimer, let's get on with it. Night 1, we start off with Jey Uso defeating Gunther by submission for the new Discount World Heavyweight Championship. And why is it a discount? Because this is the lowest card. This opened the first night. Opening the first night puts you the lowest card. If it's the second night, it's got a little more status, a little more value. And this is not it. This is not the real World Heavyweight Championship, the big gold belt that we had. This is just a title they made up because Roman was holding the real titles hostage. And Jey Uso won it. And while a lot of people are upset, I liked the match. It's not an F, like a lot of people are saying. I actually thought they were going to do the four corner splash because he went for the third corner splash. And I thought he was going to go for the fourth one. But instead, he locked him in with a sleeper hold. Now, he could have hit the fourth splash and then hit the submission. A lot of people are saying Gunther tapped out too early. The match had gone long enough. Jey Uso was not going to drag him into the middle of the ring again and get a submission out of it. He tapped out when he did. That was fine. I didn't really want to see this dragged out more. Here's another thing though. What I liked about it was that Gunther tapped out. Gunther has only been pinned, as the commentators said, last year at WrestleMania and a couple of times before. Jey was 0-3. So trying to put Jey over by having Gunther tap out for the first time in his main roster run kinda legitimizes Jey Uso. The match could have been better because, Gunther can put up a better match. I thought that Jey Uso would pull out the super kicks. Him and Jimmy used to do a lot of super kicks. It's kind of just like they just do super kick after super kick and Gunther just does chops. He did a couple of super kicks. I expected at least twice as many. But I'm fine with it, and that's why I will place this match firmly in B tier. The entire night was kind of a B tier for me. We had the New Day defeat the War Raiders. The War Raiders came out for some video game gimmick. I don't know the video game. It's some Clash of Clans or something. I couldn't tell what the costumes were till they played the advertisement for it. That was fine. The New Day should have won, and they did. It was a good match. Nothing spectacular, nothing WrestleMania about it. But again, this was also a B tier match. Next, we have Jade Cargill, and she defeated Naomi as she should have. Naomi did a good job. She put Jade over. Jade again basically plays like a Superman. She just squashes her opponents. She cannot sell. A couple of times her stupid wig was about to come off and Naomi had to restrain herself from just dragging her by her hair. It's a wig because her hair length changes all the time. It's not... If it was the same color, you could be like, yeah, she just has long hair or something. It's a wig and it seemed like it was going to come off a couple of times. That was my only complaint about this match. But we're fine with that. This is also just the B tier match. Jacob Fatu did a great job and he defeated LA Knight. It should have been a little more of a squash. But again, everything, it's the entire card is just B tier. El Grande Americano, not Chad Gable, was supposed to have a match with Rey Mysterio. Instead, he got replaced by Rey Fenix. Apparently, all the commotion about that was that WWE purchased AAA, which is some Mexican wrestling thing, and that's why they're bringing all these Mexican wrestling luchadors in. I mean, I'm not really that excited. He's Penta's brother, so of course they're gonna push those guys. They didn't show up in NXT or something. They were just like doing the main roster debut apparently, and both of them are being pushed. Could have been Dragon Lee, but because he's in a faction with Rey Mysterio at this point, so it should have been Dragon Lee. But they put Rey Fenix in, and the match was fine. El Grande Americano should have won. He had the metal plate in his head, and he used that, and he won. This match was, well, if it was Rey, it was probably going to be a better match. Rey did seem a little out of sorts. Was, let's just say, blinded by the bright lights of WrestleMania. El Grande Americano had a gimmick where he had to use the metal plate in his head. Again, this was also a B tier match. And then we come to the first match that is not a B tier, and that is Tiffany Stratton retaining her title against Charlotte Flair. And a lot of people say this stupid phrase that it's not the destination, it's the journey. And in wrestling, that means that the match has to be good. It doesn't matter who wins or loses. That is complete bullshit. The person who wins matters. And in this match, Charlotte Flair had to win. Charlotte Flair has the history behind her of all the crap she's done over the years. Tiffany is not the woman to defeat Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania, and she did. And honestly, Tiffany's veneer came off. And by that I mean that in a literal sense. Her fake plastic teeth veneer fell off, and we just saw her weird gray teeth. It was kind of weird. The bump she took, Charlotte was not able to lock in the figure eight. So, she tried a figure four. She wasn't able to lock in. We don't know if Charlotte actually got hurt during the match or something. But this was a terrible match. Mostly because Tiffany Stratton defeated Charlotte Flair. And that lands it in an F. If there's something below an F tier, this was that. And from F, we go to S. Because Seth Rollins defeated CM Punk and Roman Reigns. CM Punk's entrance with Living Color was fantastic. And the match was great. We expected some kind of betrayal from Paul Heyman. But it was a double betrayal. Because Seth Rollins told Paul Heyman he owes him a favor, but he did not owe him a favor. Because he spared Paul Heyman twice. So he owed two favors. Low blows for both CM Punk and Roman Reigns. That was a swerve that some people say was predictable. That was fine. You thought it was predictable. I didn't really care if it was predictable. I thought they would really just give CM Punk his flowers this time, but they didn't. They gave Seth Rollins the title of Mr. WrestleMania. It may not have been an actual world title, but this was the main event. And it did a great job. This is an S tier match for me. So basically we have an F tier, 5 B tier matches, and an S tier match. And that is how you're going to close out Night 1 of WrestleMania.